Oh, yeah. I mean, just being around Cleveland, everybody always talks about the Rock Hall. Since we always lose with sports, it always ends up being like, well,
we have the Rock Hall.
We have the Rock Hall. Like, we have that. The DJ who came up with the phrase rock and roll is from Cleveland. You know? No, but Cleveland's a great music city, and it's growing in popularity as far as like bands our age and some younger bands too. So it's always there, I would say. Oh, see, I've never been to Nashville, but like obviously I love Cleveland to death, but Nashville's kind of taking it to the next level when it comes to music. There's just so much happening in that city. Like when you think of music now, it's like they're one of the big cities when you think of up and coming music as far as labels too and everything. So I mean, Nashville's pretty inspiring when it comes to music.
Yeah, it's one of the big hotspot like destinations for bands as they get bigger and they look to branch out to certain areas. You think LA, you think Nashville,
New York, Chicago,
Austin, Texas, places like that. Cleveland, not so much.
Cleveland, not so much.
But maybe someday.
There's a few famous people from.
Definitely are from, but when you're going.
Reznor.
I mean, there's a lot of talent from Cleveland, you know, but they do normally have to go down to like Nashville or like another big city like that.
Who wants to start? Stu? Rupert?
Oh, wait. How about the Welcome Week show for me?
Oh, yeah.
At Ohio State? So we opened for Capital Cities at Ohio State for Welcome Week, and there were like a bunch of people, like I would say like 3,000. And I'm not even, like within the first minute of the set, I like ate shit and fell so hard in front of everybody. And I was like, oh yeah, hey everybody, it's okay, I'm all right. Just fell clear off the stage, like it was nuts.
That was pretty embarrassing.
That was probably the most embarrassing show moment for me. How about when you have to write the lyrics every now and then? And if you get too sweaty, you can't read them on your hands?
Oh, yeah. So we used to try to put in we would write new songs and we'd try to throw them into sets. Just stupid. But I wouldn't have the lyrics memorized yet because I just finished them the day of the show. So I would write them on my hands in ink and it would get sweaty and like smear and I could not read it. But luckily, like, most of the time I had it memorized or ad-libbed something.
Oh, you ad-libbed a few times.
Multiple times. But
multiple times.
Yeah, that's never fun. That's always. What about Reggie?
Reggie's?
The ending.
Yeah, we played in Reggie's in the south side of Chicago.
Kind of just dumping on me out.
And yeah, and it was the last.
If that's cool, you just keep talking.
It was the last song. We were closing with Freaky Love. And Eric and I we made eye contact, I'm pretty sure, and I was on the drummerizer, and we're just like getting ready to end it, and then I hit the cymbal. It's like, it was like not simultaneously.
We love you.
So
completely missed.
my timing's a little better now on the endings, but yeah. I don't know, it's just something we really love to do, and it's a big passion of ours. And just being out here with all these amazing bands, and it's great motivation to keep moving on and keep working hard and to continuously get to the next level and continue to write. And that's something that we're really trying to do this whole entire summer. And
it's amazing. Like, it's honestly unbelievable being like part of a festival like this for a few reasons. Like, one of them, it's like really encouraging to be part of a festival like this, and it makes us like really hungry to like write and keep going and like improving. Also, like, checking out all the other bands, they're so good. Like, they are so well produced. All their songs are great. Their presence is unbelievable, and like it just makes us realize like there's so much work that has to be done before you can get where you want to be. It's like you go check out a random band you've never heard of and stage whatever, and they're amazing. Like, it's like all these guys are so good. And like the thing I've noticed most here that we struggle with is working crowds. Like, these people are nuts. Like, they have so much energy. Like, they just know what to say all the time. And that I would say, to answer your question, that's the hardest part for like getting courage and stuff, is sometimes when a crowd's not, like not responding the way you'd want to, it's like getting them into it.
Yep.
But you can. But there's ways to do it. So.
That's honestly the hardest part of playing live is you come, you play a set, you kind of play your stuff, and if the crowd's not moving, it can be hard to get into it. And I think the way that, you kind of have to overcome it is just being rehearsed, doing all the stuff that you're used to doing, and just trying to win them back over. And sometimes you don't.
You don't
honestly.
sometimes. And at the end of the day, we're like playing a gig is more fun than like just going out anyways. So it's just fun to be able to play a gig. And every now and then you'll come across a show where it just wasn't your night or whatever, and it's cool. It's like a sporting event. You just forget about it and you on to the next one. You know what I mean?
Single artwork.
We're excited to release more music. We've only released 4 songs as a band, so it's about time we get
5.
some more. Oh yeah, 5. I forgot about the new one. Yeah. But we're just pumped to get these songs released, and we're already working towards our next release too. So it'll be nice to get these out and then play some more shows with them under our belt, and then release an album of it at some time.
Yeah. In terms of the art and concept behind the songs that we're working on, the art is basically fits the idea. We like the spilled martini glass just because a lot of the songs were about escapism. And there's a couple songs that reference going out and drinking, but as an escape rather than something that you actually enjoy and stuff like that. A lot of it ties into basically, losing yourself for a little bit for whatever reason. So that's part of the reason why we chose the single artwork. As far as sound goes, it's a little bit more psychedelic. It's very dancey. It's melodic like some of our older stuff, but
there's a Juno synthesizer on it too that we really used heavily. So we're experimenting with some gear changes and pedals for guitars and stuff. So
yeah, we got a bunch of new toys, so
yeah,
we're messing around with those. Yeah,
a bunch of new toys.
Yeah.
And Andrew actually found artwork online that was cool, and it inspired the actual artwork.
Yeah, a lot of what we do is we look for references with other things. I think we were looking for psychedelic glass or whatever. So I just went on Google and it's going, what if we did had a glass like this, but we kind of did it more in this style of artwork, and then we had a color scheme kind of like this picture. So we're really melding a lot of things.
Unfortunately, none of us are visual artists, so we kind of got to do a bunch of stuff like that in order to. We work with a couple artists in order to get something that we really like, but I wish we could just sit down.
We've been lucky with our artists. They've killed it. So that's a really hard thing that most bands have to deal with. But we got pretty lucky with a couple of our artists that we've worked with, which is nice. Because we like listening to it. Totally. I mean, I wanna write stuff that I wanna listen to. It's tough to do that at times. So, as a kid, I always loved really psychedelic bands like Pink Floyd growing up, and then we started out sounding a lot like Arctic Monkeys because they were our favorite band, and now we're going back, more into our the roots, more psychedelic stuff, but still with song structure. With that Arctic Monkeys kind of structure going on, but we listen to a lot of alternative dancey music, so that's what we want to write. Synthesizer, guitar based. So
Well, actually, you mentioned you saw our promo picture. It's us playing Burial Kart in our living room. Did you want to explain what Burial Kart is, Nate? Or?
So we haven't gotten to do this yet, but we want to do this. We want to set up because we brought a TV, we brought a Nintendo 64. We want to play Burial Kart with some of the bands, and basically the idea is you got to finish a beer before you finish your race. You can't drink and drive at the same time. It's very competitive. It's very fun.
But last night I might have cried at Paul McCartney. I very well may have cried.
That was the best activity.
That was the best thing. That was the best activity ever. Was Paul McCartney.
I was a big fan of the drinking.
The drink.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, free drinks are nice. No, you were talking like there was like a giant hot air balloon going up in like a field over there. It was like, oh, that's Sir Paulie's gonna drop it out of the sky for the stage or whatever.
I would not be surprised.
Baseball.
Baseball. Sorry, that's a weird insert.
It's okay.
That is actually the first thing.
That's the first thing that came to my head. There's a YouTube video called Beatles Baseball.
So whenever
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. It's by this group of like comedians.
Beatles play
It's
baseball.
It's the Beatles playing baseball, and they're like, what is it?
Baseball fields forever.
It's like baseball's 90%.
No, baseball is 90% mental, and the other half is music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You say goodbye. I say baseball.
Baseball fields forever. Song? Was that the word? Song?
National, because the word national is the last word I read. That's awful. But that was the first word that came in my mind. Like, it's right over there on that fence.
I was thinking like a bird, like a beautiful songbird.
A songbird.
Like in a Disney classic?
Yes, like very,
What
very
kind of bird?
poignant.
A dove?
A poignant
bird?
Poignant songbird. That's what comes to mind.
Something I
Please.
really. Oh, that's more of a phrase. Never mind. Please.
Would it be weird to say Firefly?
I mean Firefly, but also staying in school and not and passing all of our classes still while we're in the band. I'm pretty proud of that. But Firefly is definitely the most cool thing we've ever gotten to do. Most fun, I would say. Exciting.
Well, I would say live for sure, and just developing our sound from what we were a year and a half ago. Like I said, we really started out like before I was even in the band or any of us were in the band. Like Arctic Monkeys was like really like that kind of punky sound.
We were punky.
Yeah.
Like, we were pretty punky a year
And just-
a half ago.
Incorporating more of the synthesizers and just more ambient stuff. Just developing our sound into something I think we're really proud of and something we're really excited about continuing and developing that. So.
Space. We want to go to outer space. We want to go to the moon. First band to play on the moon. But seriously, I don't know. I want to be able to do it for a career. If we can do this and make enough money to live and keep playing shows and writing, win.